So this is kind of really big news. Boom Studios, obviously the publishers and distributors of the Power Ranger comics, have actually been acquired by Random House Publishing. And I think this is Penguin Books. Over here in the UK, we have Penguin. But this is something that's kind of interesting because it now opens up the doors to, will Power Rangers carry on comic book wise? Will like Penguin or Random House Publishing do something a little bit different? So let's have a look at the story. So it says Random House Publishing Group, a division of the world's largest trade publisher, Penguin Random House, has entered into an agreement to acquire Boom, or acquire comic book, graphic novel, and licensed story publisher and studio Boom Studios. The Boom Studios publishing program will now join the Random House World's portfolio of imprints alongside Del Rey, I have no idea, and the RH World's licensing program. The company will retain its editorial and publishing independence, reporting to Random House World's president, Scott Keith, VP, so it's not him, but Scott Shannon and Keith Clayton, the VP. Random House Worlds and Bill Takes, EVP of Business Strategy, Random House Publishing Group, will work alongside Shannon and the Boom Studios team to help manage and integrate the new implant. There are no plans to relocate Boom Studios from its LA office, and the company will continue to distribute through both Diamond Comic Distributors and Simon and Something. Terms of the deal were not disclosed. The transaction is expected to close this summer. Now, pretty much this is a good thing because I feel like Penguin or Random House is basically just going to leave it. Like, why would you want to kind of change everything when everything in Boom's favor is going really, really, really well? So it says here, stated Boom Studios founder and chairman Ross Ritchie says it's every entrepreneur's dream to launch a company, build it, and sell it to the best. I'm excited to hand the reins of Boom over to the best and largest publisher in the world. Their focus on readers and retail partnerships will build upon our work and help our creators achieve even more success. Personally, it's time for me to take some much needed time off with my family and explore what's next. Added Shannon, over the past several years, Random House Worlds has partnered with Boom Studios on various projects and had the benefit of seeing firsthand their best-in-class comic publishing. Ross and his team have built a dynamic, imaginative home for a diverse and talented roster of creators. We are thrilled to welcome Boom Studios to our house and now work side by side with the imaginative team, I hope. So, pretty much all of this says that this is actually kind of a good thing. Like when you see some of these kind of like licensed stuff, Power Rangers The Return, Power Rangers, you've got Profane, you've got loads like Once and Future. Now I generally clicked on Clueless to kind of see what this would be. Like it's so random that you'd have Clueless senior year. But you have so many like different series about Boom that they're just not going to like drop it whatsoever in my eyes. Like because you've got all of these like Bill and Ted. I'm sure they had Buffy. They did have Buffy from last time I saw it. Do they still have Buffy? So they had Buffy. I don't know where it's gone because it's not on there. But effectively, they have so much stuff going on. Like, I'm guessing this here is, I thought it was Watch Dogs. But you kind of get my point when we look at all these sorts of like titles that they've got. Like they're not going to suddenly just drop them, get rid of them. I feel like when you've got so much going on, you're going to instantly kind of really keep going with this. Now, with Power Rangers the comic, we don't know really what's happening. We know that they said that they were going to kind of carry on. We heard that they were going to try and drop so much new stuff coming up the end of the era for the Mighty Morphing stories. But I feel like we've got like a ton of stuff coming up because of this. So for me personally, I think this is kind of really good news. Obviously, if they've been working with Penguin Random House, which are these guys here. So you've got like the different kind of like books coming up. So obviously they're the biggest publisher in the world. So they obviously have got lots of different connections. You know, if they're helping a lot with, say, getting the name out there, could this mean that all the series of like what Boom's got could actually be like the best thing for them? Could we get more Power Ranger stuff later on? Could we get more comic book series? Could they actually go to other people and say, hey, we want to license your IP? And the fact is that with Penguin being one of the biggest names out there, a lot of people may go, hell yeah, like, yeah, of course, like I really want this. So I feel like this could be a huge thing, and maybe Hasbro will be like, do you know what? Just fucking here's all the other IPs. You know, I read the Godzilla thing quite recently, and I was just like, what the hell is this? It's not something that I would personally like to read. It's just a bit weird. But effectively, this could open up to more kind of crossovers. Maybe Hasbro go, yeah, here's all our IPs, turn them into comics. Boom is the best one for this that I've seen. And it's one that I would continue to support because they have some of the best stories. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video on this. What are your thoughts? Do you think that Power Rangers is safe, or do you think, you know, after San Diego Comic-Con, Power Rangers is going to go down the hole? Let me know down below in the comments. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Check out the merchandise as well as help the channel grow by checking out the Patreon or the channel memberships. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. I want to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, and I wanted to shout out Kimono Cat, Kira Sonata. Your help goes a long way to help support the channel, and if you want to help support the channel, the links to my Patreon and channel memberships are listed below in the description.
あらあら、チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。